Harbor 10, 11 years ago. And then ultimately we built our own home in the village. I came to Young Israel, let's say about 9 years ago. But there was something a little more Hamish about Young Israel. First few weeks they came, everybody was very warm, very nice. The rabbi was very nice. I loved his speeches. We came from New Jersey. We lived in Boca, and then ultimately we chose to move into this community because of my wife's friends lived between Bell Harbor and Aventura, and being Latin, she liked this area better than she liked Boca. And I wanted to move out of New Jersey to get away from the cold permanently. So kosher restaurants, much more like a real community. And you get to see a lot of people in the streets, primarily with the addition of the new hotels come into the community has grown. It still has the same charm. Davening above a bank was a little unique and different. You can walk to wherever you needed to walk to, living a mile away, and being able to walk on Shabbos was really very, very important for me and a very big plus for our family. 10, 11 years ago, interestingly enough, if you wanted to go to a kosher restaurant, you'd have to go to 41st Street. Harding Avenue in Surfside has evolved into being the premier restaurant row. While I'm a real estate developer, we really saw a need to have a really nice community restaurant where people can go and enjoy, and we opened up a new restaurant called 26, some new stores that opened up. So I think that there was a change in the retail scene, and what's helping that also is the new hotels, some of the fine hotels that have been brought in, like a St. Regis or Ritz-Carlton or the Grand Beach Hotel or Four Seasons, for the retail and also for the shul, because you can see the membership growing, having hotels nearby where you can come and stay and walk to the shul. So definitely, that to me has been probably the biggest change in this location. I think I kind of fell into the presidency with the help of Jack Luck, but I really was brought in probably because being a real estate developer and having some experience in construction, Jack had asked me to participate in looking at the construction of both of the new building, as well as trying to assist in helping with the approval process. With Jack and myself, be able to resolve the lawsuit with the city, and which I think was a very big positive step going forward. And so the role that I saw myself in as president, when they asked me to become president, one was to help assist with trying to get the new building built, as well as trying to see what we can do to attract new members. That I felt was very important for Young Israel to really grow, and especially in anticipation of moving into the new building, was to enhance its children's program. And we were able to bring in, I think, some more professional leaders with Rabbi Tamir, and then ultimately he started the program and really got it going in the right direction, and then Rabbi Fried then has taken over. It's a mixed community ranging from singles, young couples, little families, multiple kids, older kids, seniors. To me was to try to attract the young families, because that's really the future of the shul. And today, finally being in the new building, they have the flexibility and availability of a lot more space. As a president, that I think was probably, in my opinion, one of the most important things. Property is about 18,000 square feet, which is less than a half acre. And we were putting a building on it, which took up almost 85% of the property. And then you had neighbors that were right on top of you. You had a highway right in front of you. We had a lot of different opinions when we were designing this. We had to be very creative. There was a concern that we were only having 350, 400 seats in the main sanctuary. You have a social hall that was designed that you could have a second minyan at the same time, and you can have close to 800 people at one time. So you have that ability to grow, and I think that was probably one of the most important things when we did the design and wanted to prepare ourselves for was the future growth. If you had to have, for the high holidays, what you need to have, typically we may have 300, 400, and you may be filled here, but at some point you may have 500 or 600, and you don't want to turn people away. So you'd have the ability to expand into the social hall and use part of it for a second minion, and you'd have the opportunity for women to be able to access without having to go through the men's section. Social hall ultimately has dual flexibility, that it can be a social hall like we've been using it, as well as, if it has to, for sure it can be used for a place for a second minion. 18 being high life, you know, like in the Fiddler on the Roof, you know, they say, to life, we should continue to grow. We should continue to do mitzvot, good services, and as the community grows, we should hopefully get the new members to come to Young Israel, to expand the programs, to educate from our youth to our seniors and everything else in between.